Hey everyone, welcome to part 3 of my little Taobao series. In this video, I go over how to actually consolidate your items in the warehouse and get them shipped over to Canada. So this is the last video, so if you have any questions or anything, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer, or I'll do another video or something like that. So again, thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoy this video. Hey everyone, welcome back to my little Taobao tutorial. So now we're at part 3 and I'll be showing you how to actually get your items from the warehouse to your house. So once we get those items that were in this to be shipped, to be shipped section over to the other section, which is taking a long time to load. Let's put it back in English. There we go. So once it goes from to be shipped to be received, so as soon as it goes to be received, you want to keep an eye on this little part here. So the way I know that this is ready to be consolidated is one, it says combined transaction up here. But the other thing is it is waiting for buyer to contract. And when it says it's waiting for buyer to contract, that means they're waiting for the buyer to consolidate, which is you or me. They're waiting for us to actually consolidate the order. It normally will say, before it says this one, it will say something like waiting for warehouse receipt or something like that. And that means that the seller has shipped it, but the warehouse is waiting to actually like sign for it and say that they actually like received it. So normally you'll see something maybe like waiting on, I cannot remember what it says, but it will say something for a while, and you can click view shipping details if you want to track the shipping of it, which I can show you what that looks like. And then eventually this will change to waiting for warehouse receipt, and then it will change to waiting for buyer to contract. So those are the different things to look for. Yeah, so we can hover over view logistics here, and it gives us the tracking number of the logistics company in China. And you can tell here it says like after your parcel is put into a warehouse, please pay the cross-border freight in time. So that tells us that it's at the warehouse ready to go. So the other thing to mention too is, let's say you're waiting on a few different things. The warehouse itself will only hold on to your items for 20 days without you having to pay extra. So if we click on this consolidation order, the little blue beside the little like credit card looking thing. So we click on the blue to consolidate, and it opens up this page here. And here we can see rent-free period. So for this costume, there's 18 days left. These shoes, there's 18, and then this costume, there's 12 days left. So once that reaches 0, it can stay in the warehouse, but you'll start getting charged. Let's see if it'll tell us. After more than 20 natural days, the storage fee will be charged at the rate of 1 won per day. So 1 won, so 20 cents a day. So it's not like the end of the world if you have to leave it in the warehouse. However, I would say it's better not to, and it's less of a headache for you. So let's say if you have 3 items in the warehouse and there's like 1 day left and then 2 things are on the way, I would just consolidate what's there and then just wait for the other stuff and consolidate the other things later on. Because once these 20 days pass, you have to worry about paying this warehouse rent and you have to worry about all these different things. So to not have that headache, I would recommend just consolidating them and then just waiting for the other items for whenever they decide to show up. But that's just me. You can do what works for you. So anyway, we can see here we're shipping with official air freight. And there's other options too when you want to ship something, but we're going with official air weight. So we want to select all the items that we want to consolidate. So I only have 3 different ones, and it has the weight here as well. And also here we can see how much the shipping is going to be. Because I mentioned before, you don't know how much it's going to be until you're at the point where you like don't have a choice and you have to pay it. So the total weight here is in kilograms, so 3.2 kilograms. and it's gonna cost me $268.32, which is probably like 20 something. 268. Just kidding. It's $53. So if that gives you an idea, so about 3 kilograms of stuff, which is equal to like 2 costumes, shoes, which normally shoes are pretty heavy. Well, you can tell here the shoes are pretty heavy, and the costume, which is a big heavy costume, it's about like $50 ish to ship it. Just to give you an idea. So when you're happy with that, we can click on the settlement thing here, which is to actually ship it. The other thing too, the other problem is, well, not problem, but with a delivery, you can change this address, but it might screw things up because you have one chunk of stuff delivering to one Canadian address, and if you were to change it here, then you're changing the addresses again. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because of the coronavirus problem right now. Normally I get stuff delivered to my work, but right now I'd rather it get delivered to my home because I can't really go to my work right now. It's a big deal if I do want to go to my work. But anyway, I'm going to keep it as this and just pick it up from my work because I don't want to deal with having to change it and see if that affects anything. But you just keep that in mind when you're ordering. So anyway, you have your address, you have how much it's going to cost, so the $50 or whatever. It's going to be a one small parcel with a limited weight, I guess. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Packages can't weigh more than 20 kilograms. And the other thing is, I don't think you can consolidate more than 20 items in one box. So that's something I wish I had mentioned earlier. But anyway, that's stuff to keep in mind too. There's a lot of little things that you'll pick up as you do more and more orders. Anyway, can't be more than 20 kilograms. So we got our things. We're going to pay for it. The checkout process here is very similar to the checkout process when you're buying the actual items, but this way we're just buying the shipping. So I have to blur out my information again and just enter in the stuff that you can't see, but it's just regular credit card, like your expiry date and your code and stuff. And then we'll confirm. And then we do the good old waiting for all these different screens. There we go. Whoop. And then we'll translate this. So we can see here you've successfully paid your shipping money, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually, probably within the next week or so, they should ship this quickly. Normally they would ship it in a couple of days, but because of the virus, especially in China, things have slowed down extremely so, and even here even in Canada, things have been slowing down. So I don't expect this to get here as quickly as it normally would, but in a regular world where things are normal and not full of viruses, it normally is within a week that you'll get your stuff. And that's it. So I hope you found this little mini series helpful. If you have any questions or anything, please leave them down below. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff I probably missed. So please ask away and I can either do another video or answer down in the comments or whatever. But yeah, just let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching.